All right, welcome back, folks. I leveled to 80 yesterday. I didn't really want to because my command center is not yet at level 80, and it means that I'm a level behind, but that's okay. It's a couple of days of farming and I should be there. Luckily, I am server leader, so I've got 6 marches out. So it's a bit easier. Today I want to talk to you guys about components. What are components? Components are, I guess, essentially a rune type part that you attach to each of your troops. It increases the stats and all that sort of stuff to give you advantages over other people, providing that yours is higher. First one I want to talk about is high rate fire. HRF or ROF is called in the game. What it does is determines who goes first in a battle. And I think that's all it does. I haven't noticed anything else from it. The only thing that I did notice is if both of you are at ROF 10, the person attacking is going to have the advantage. They're going to go first. That's about it on that one. Dexterity is, I guess, what you would put if your high rate fire is lower than your opponent's. The reason behind that is you know that your opponent has a higher they're going to go first, so that's going to determine. So dexterity allows you to dodge, meaning that their first hit, their first attack, you're more likely to dodge their attacks, which in turn allows you to return fire with a lot more troops. Crit buff increases crit rate by an extra 50%. I generally use that one only in World Boss. I don't see any other use for it unless... At this point, I don't see any other use for it apart from World Boss, for your offset or anyone that's not receiving that crit buff from the boss. Weapons buff increases attack by an extra 300%. Pretty standard. Every single one of your different sets needs to have that. Armor buff, again, PvP must have 300% increase to hit points or HP, health points. Provides you more survivability. Otherwise, it's just a brilliant one. Hit rate increases hit rate by 45% or 50% at level 10. The hit rate determines your accuracy of hitting or your rate of hitting your target, which is dexterity is a counter for that. So dodge reduces the hit rate of the opponent because you are dodging their attacks. Crit damage is an addition to critical rate. So critical damage gets you extra damage when you do a critical hit. So 50% at level 10. Crit rate already doubles your attack when you crit. Crit damage will then increase that by the percentage. I feel it's going to be from the base damage rather than the crit damage. So the standard crit damage is, let's just say an example, 100%. With the 50%, it'll be 150%. Damage increase at level 10, 50% damage increases your overall damage by 50%. Again, there's a lot of playing around with it. It's your second most important component. So after you've gotten your HRF to level 10, then you go on to damage increase. Damage decrease, oh, I've skipped one, I've been talking for too long. Invincibility is reduces the damage by a crit. So let's just say someone has a crit damage of 150 as overall. You reduce that by 50%, so it becomes down to 75%. So in theory, it's a really good one. I don't use it. I use it as fodder for my mastery. But if someone has found a use for it and feels that it is useful, please chuck in a comment. I want to know. There was one which I skipped, which was damage decrease. Damage decrease as well at level 10 gives you 50% damage decrease, helps you with survivability with everything really. It just reduces the damage taken by 50%. Can't go wrong. Yeah, it's, again, components are so important with everything. But let's now show you what your PvP set should look like. Heart rate fire, weapon buff, armor buff, damage increase, and damage decrease. Pretty self-explanatory as to why high rate fire you want to hit first, weapons buff you want extra damage, HP you want extra HP, damage decrease, damage increase. Done. Next, I want to look at how to acquire components. Head over to your expedition base. Here you can see you've got the stones, so ore residue, ore jade stone, and ore shards, and other stones, the colored stones. They're the ones that you trade in for your damage, for your components. I do 3 paid rushes a day, so paid with the virtual currency, which is gems. I do 3 a day plus the free one, that's 4. It gives me a decent boost. So to trade them in, head over to the craft center. You can access it either through the expedition or through the base itself. Ore residue, ore shards. When asking for help from your alliance, I go ore shards because you only need 100 per component or per component box, and you get 8 from your alliance, while the other one you get 15, I think it is. So 15 times 2 is 30. No, I did that wrong. 8 times 2 is 16, which is 1 more than the other one. So like I was saying earlier, focus first on high rate fire. I've already got mine to level 10. I've almost got a second one at level 10, so I don't need to purchase any more from here. What I'm currently focusing on is damage increase. So always with this game, it seems the best way to progress is focusing on one thing at a time. One hero, one march, one component at a time. Heart rate fire first, then damage increase, then damage decrease, because your other ones will come as you level up. Yeah, that's about it, guys. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. I've got many more to come. Before I forget, those that do pay and are happy to support the developers, today there isn't one, but usually there is for America it's 99 cents. For Australia, for us here, it's $1.50. I usually get the first 3, which is $1.50.